welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's pick card. Today we're going to see, how are you shocking people? How are you surprising people? What is the word on the street about you? What are people saying and commenting, thinking about you? How are people perceiving you? And what are they shocked about? So yeah, my Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the green stone and the Santa Muerte Tarot. Group 2 with the white stone and the Crystal Visions Tarot. Group 3 with the yellow stone and the Star Tarot. And group 4 with the purple stone and the Rider-Waite. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we're just going to get started. All right, if you chose group 1 with the green stone and the Santa Muerte Tarot, this is your reading. We got the Emperor and the King of Wands as I cut the deck. So a lot of masculine energy around you. You may also be in your masculine energy. You may be working on something, or you may be seeming very goal-oriented or focused on achieving something, getting something, receiving something. Spirit, how are people seeing group 1? How are they coming across? How are people receiving their energy? Ooh, interesting. There's something really important to you that's been like weighing on you, and you can't help but to look to other people for support or ask other people. For some of you, you may have started a new business and it's like, okay, I need the support of my friends or of my community, of my family, or I have this opportunity. I need, someone to do this for me. You may be going through something. You may be trying to manifest something in. And you're coming across like a little dependent at this time. Ooh. And I feel like you guys may be struggling with receiving back what you give. We have extroverted and generous. So I feel like you guys are the kind of people who would talk to anyone, the kind of person who can have a conversation with anyone, the kind of person that doesn't judge people off of face value, someone who can be generally open and like adjust to any archetype of a person. Extroverted and generous. Extroverted says, I'm the outgoing, social, and in-your-face type. Generous says, I like spoiling you as much as I can. So you seem to be very open in your energy. But we also have needy and street smart here. So it looks like you may be turning to other options, like other ways of getting wealth, other ways of getting by. There's like an energy of escapism, or maybe you going down like some sort of like dark path. That's kind of how people are seeing you at this time. It seems like you need help, but no one is around to help you. So it kind of seems like your energy, it could go either way. Like sometimes people see you and it seems like you're really extroverted and you're outgoing and you're bubbly. And then other times people see you, it's like you seem to be worried about something. You may be struggling with finance, or, it really could be anything, anything that touches you deeply, but there is something that you're struggling with. And I feel like you're the kind of person who is always like the comedic relief or the entertainer, the person who's like always, maybe even taking care of people or checking in on other people and seeing what they have going on. But people are like, the cracks are starting to show. Like people are starting to see that you need that as well. And you may be like touch deprived or empathy deprived. Like how long has it been since someone has like really cared to take notice of what you have going on in your life and ask you about it, or to try to help you? So you may be slipping into this energy where it's like, okay, no one wants to give it. No one's being open with their energy. I may have to kind of get it out of people, or I'm finding like an escape, something that I can partake in that kind of takes me away from everyday life. Either that, it's either escapism, or you're shocking people because they feel like you're going down like some sort of dark path, or maybe that's just their assumption. Because after a certain point, you may have stopped trying to talk to people. Yeah, we have the individualist card here. So you may be slipping not even into hermit mode. It's like people can still see you're out and about going and doing things, but they don't know what's going on with you. It's like you're not communicating anymore. And I feel like you stopped communicating because people stopped going into action-oriented mode. It kind of just became this thing where it's like, okay, I'm venting, but you're not even listening. People had been getting by in your life, group one, by doing the bare minimum for a long time. And now it seems like you're in a totally different energy where you don't accept that anymore. So I feel like people kind of saw the cracks a little bit, like maybe you had an outburst, or they saw you cry, you know, that may be something that doesn't usually happen. Like something that's not really typical of you, I do feel has happened. And it seems like emotionally, and it does seem like it has to do with someone you care about, like either a romantic partner or a friend. This also could be a coworker, because, you know, there's a little bit of anxiety here. So if you're worried about your job and that's why you're looking at other options, that would make sense. Or this could be like a family member, because that always hits close to home. It's like you can't get rid of them. You have to see them again. They're literally family, you know? So let's see, Spirit, how are they shocking people? How is group one shocking people? We have Uranus. You guys seem to be on a whole new different energy. Uranus is the planet of change. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. We have Uranus with revolution. It says breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, surprise, reform, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, enlightening. So there's like an energy. The birds just started chirping really, really loud when I said lightning. So maybe you saw lightning, you have a lightning tattoo, or you maybe have some sort of connection to lightning, or a god that's represented by lightning. You may even have been manifesting. Now that's a key. Manifesting during rainstorms really helps get things done quickly, especially if there's lightning. But you may have done that before, maybe even unintentionally. That'd be kind of funny. But you seem to be in a whole different energy. To be honest, group one, you seem like you've completely changed. And that's why people are surprised by you. And it seems like you're just not that extroverted and generous with your energy anymore. It's like when you really needed someone, they weren't there for you, and they missed their opportunity to be a part of this like Uranian change. Oh my God, we have Scorpio, the powerhouse here. And Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars and Pluto. So it's a lot of masculine energy, and Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, change, regeneration. Scorpio is a water sign, so you have that like deep kind of intuitive nature right now. But again, there's these dark undertones, like, you know, Scorpio always, they kind of get this rep for being like, you know, even on the card it says intense, passionate, secretive, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, mysterious. You know, like that's Scorpio's kind of, you know, that's their reputation. And you guys may be a Scorpio, or you may have something that's transiting, you know, to do with Scorpio, like in your natal chart right now. But yeah, there's that strong energy of people not understanding you and people thinking that you're kind of up to no good. Because I ain't even gonna hold you. In the beginning of this reading, I was like, now Spirit, I know you didn't have me do this reading today, so I can tell these people like, people are thinking the worst of them. And honestly, I feel like people's minds are just going and going and going because you are not sharing what you have going on. And that's what I'm talking about. We have Capricorn, the boss, in this deck. It's like, it's not completely misdirected, your energy. it is going towards something. You have your own personal intentions. It's that you're not sharing those intentions so other people don't get it. So they see you working and hustling and they're trying to figure out what is going on with you. Did group one get some sort of like rare opportunity, or who are they connecting to? Who are they talking to? If you're, if this is talking about like someone you've left romantically and that's one of the people that's shocked, yeah, they're kind of wondering like, who are you attached to? Oh, you must be out here with, you know, sugar daddy, whatever, da da da. Like they're grasping at straws, trying to figure out what you have going on, because there seems to be some sort of increase in money or stability, but they aren't personally or closely connected to you to have a conversation with you and get it straight from your mouth, what it is that you're doing or what it is that they're seeing. Like, you may be posting on your story, going to different restaurants or traveling, going to different places, and they're like, okay, when I was connected with group one, they weren't able to do all of that. So how are they able to do this? Like, what is going on? And Capricorn is earth energy. It says serious, authoritative, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, accomplished, majestic, down to earth, reserved, disciplined. You seem to be like really in your own lane, and you're not looking to the left or right behind you. You're not looking at what anyone else is doing. You're solely focused on yourself. You may have even been someone who used to be like heavy into gossiping or heavy into checking up on other people, seeing what they're doing, or watching like, you know, a lot of reality TV. And it's like, I don't even care to know what anyone else has going on in their life at this point. Like, you're really tunnel vision and focused on yourself. Like, you're so focused. And then we have Aries, the fire starter. I love this. Aries is the first of the zodiac. And it does kind of, you know, rule over like the first house, the self. It says active, self-starting, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, on a mission, sparkly, courageous, macho, impulsive, competitive. So you guys are on a mission, and it feels like a money mission. It feels like a success mission. It also feels like some black ops type stuff where it's like, man, this is a super top secret mission that not everybody's going to know about. Not everybody is going to understand. And it's like you're a general getting direct instruction from, you know, the leader of that black ops mission. So you can't be bothered with, you know, the other, you know, people that you started with, because it's like they're not in the position that you are. They don't know what you know. So I feel like you guys may have come into some sort of spiritual knowledge, but you're shocking people because you've gone through a transformation. You've really stepped into your power and you're not sharing it. And people don't know whether to take it personally or to just wait for you to come around. It's like they don't really know how to move. You're moving different. You may have always been the person in the past to reach out to other people. So it's like they're kind of waiting for you to reach out to them, and time is going by and by and by, and you're still not calling. And you may be on your end, you know, doing a little experiment like, okay, what happens when I don't call? Do they call me? Do we not speak for 6 months, a year, you know? And then by the time they do reach out, you may find that time frame to be unacceptable. Even if they, you know, are the first one to reach out eventually, it may be like, no, I can't accept that. Like, I didn't reach out. So instead of talking every couple of weeks like we used to, we didn't talk for 6 months. Unacceptable. So, you know, a lot can change, but let's see what else we got going on. Spirit, how are they shocking people? We have the Magician in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. Well, that's enough to confuse people. Six of Wands in reverse is like you haven't had a promotion. The Magician in reverse, you haven't moved, most of you, or you haven't had any significant change that people would look at and see like, yes, that's valuable. But we have the Ten of Cups. Somehow you're still abundant, secure, taken care of, and happy. People are not getting it. They can't figure out the opportunity. And I feel like that's the part that really bugs people. They just want to figure out how you did it so that they can duplicate it. Because it's not your happiness itself that is offending anyone. It's literally the fact that you're not sharing it. And I just find that so weird. So I feel like you're totally right in cutting people off if you have. I feel like you're totally right in not going out of your way to let people know what you have going on and put people on, because there was a significant moment where there was a shift in you, group one. And it's like everyone's seen it. And people who don't know each other in your life, like your coworkers may not know your sister, but everybody's seen it. And they don't, they're all in different parts of your life, but like everyone noticed there was a significant change with group one. And I feel like they want to be in denial that it has nothing to do with them, but for some of them it does. For some of them, though, it doesn't. We have the Page of Cups, which is an energy of being open to new love, new experiences, heavy on the new experiences, like new, it's kind of like, ooh, I didn't know I was into art, and now you're getting into art, like things like that. Ten of Cups is like that full family picture, though, if you're talking about love. So it may be a relationship. Maybe you guys have met someone and you're going to get married in less than a year. And it's like people are feeling away because you're cutting them all off after you're getting married. And oh, that would make way more sense with what we got before, with people being confused at how this unexpected money or wealth or level up is happening. It's like my existence pays for itself. My reality pays for itself. The universe constantly supports me. You guys are literally that one friend on a Wednesday. If you've ever seen that meme, that one unemployed friend on a random Wednesday, and it's like a picture of like a view from a helicopter or something. That's like literally you. People are like, okay, they haven't gotten a promotion. They haven't moved houses. What has changed? And you're not sharing. We have the Two of Swords. So if anything, you're really cleaning house at this time. We have the Tower card here as well. So things are hitting the fan. Things are hitting the fan, group one. People are coming to a realization with each day that you are no longer someone that they can access. And the majority of people did not believe it at first. Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords that just came out, and it kind of flew out sideways, almost like people wanted to call your bluff or see if you were really going to like cut everyone off and stop talking to them. No one believed you. But I feel like everyone got the same treatment, which is also really interesting because, like I said, on one end, you could be talking about, this could apply to your sister, but on the other end, this could also apply to a coworker. And it's like everyone's getting the same treatment. I feel like you've just had this epiphany that, you know what, if people want to be in my life, they're going to have to work really hard. And at this point, people are going to have to prove to you that they're worthy of being in your life for you to be open and receptive to them. And for some of you, it'll be more of a slow process. For most of you, it will be a fast process with this Uranian and Scorpionic energy. That's very quick moving energy. We got the Tower, very quick, instant. So we have Santa Muerte, death energy, and the High Priestess. You have felt these changes for a long time. It's like your body's been physically going through changes. There have been all sorts of manifestations, mind, body, and soul, mental, spiritual, and physical manifestations of these changes, these micro level changes, small changes, slowly but surely. And it was all kind of leading to this. And I feel like everyone made their own bed. So we have the Eight of Swords. To be honest, with the Tower, the Eight of Swords, I do feel like you're going to get some pushback, group one. So make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you have like physical protection on you, spiritual protection. Burn a white candle for yourself or have someone burn a cleansing candle for you. I sell those on my Etsy shop. I can always hook you up. But definitely make sure you're, practicing your spiritual protection and continue to try to, level up mentally. Maybe you would benefit from reading a book that is focused on mindset. I can't really think of one at the top of my head, but you can do some research. I like to get all my books on Amazon because there's like so many reviews. So maybe you look into that. But we have the Devil in reverse and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like for the most part, you're in the clear. I don't feel like things are going to hit the fan for you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at her climbing up that ladder. Like, you've found something: wealth, knowledge, information. You've been connected with a person. There's a cycle naturally closing in your life. Something is taking you higher. And with the Eight of Pentacles, that is long-term stability. So you're perfectly in your pocket. You're shocking people because Ace of Cups in reverse. You're not giving any of yourself to anyone anymore. And I again, everybody kind of got the same treatment. So at this point, if they want to be in your life, they're going to have to work for it. And it doesn't matter who it is, you know, even if it's family, it's like, well, if you want to be in my life that bad, this is what I require. So you either do it or you don't. We have Green Tower with supreme protection. I love that this is coming through. It says you are protected. Cords are being cut. Literally what we got. Two of Swords, cords are being cut. It says move beyond limitation and trust. So move beyond, you know, any perceived limitation that anyone has put on you or is trying to put on you, any limitation that you've been putting on yourself. And I love that this came through at the end of the message, because that lets us know, like, you know, Spirit was saying just a moment ago, make sure you're practicing your spiritual protection, but you are being protected by your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, by Spirit, by the universe. So there is, you know, other sets of beings that want to help you and that are protecting you and working with you. So just know that. But that's what I got for you, Group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 2 with the White Stone, this is your reading. We'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot for you. And we are going to see, how are you shocking people? Spirit, this is for Group 2. Group 2 with the White Stone. How are they shocking people? We have the 12th house with surrender, and we have Pluto with transformation. There is something that has been like bubbling inside you, and you're now surrendering to it. You're shocking people because you're standing in who you really are and what you're truly about. This could be your kinks. This could be your desires. This could be the kind of relationship you want, the kind of lifestyle you want. This could be what you choose to do as a career. Whatever it is, though, it feels like it's been brewing and building itself within you for years. So say, you know, the thing that you've been focusing on, or the thing that the universe has been kind of, you know, getting you ready for, is, say it's getting married. You know, like, it's been brewing in you. You can see the evidence over the last few years. You may have gone on like a celibacy journey, like in this example, so on and so forth. Something like that. The 12th house of surrender, it's about the subconscious mind, dreams, karma, baggage, the unseen, spiritual development, the Akashic records. So the 12th house is all about like the subconscious, the unknown, the untouchable, things that aren't in the 3D. Oh, that just showed me something else. Something that you've been seeing in another dimension, you're going to experience. For someone, I keep seeing this house. You keep being brought to this house in dreams, and Spirit is telling me you're not even someone who usually has like those compound dreams. Not everyone can, like, a lot of people, they just dream different things every night, or not everyone can go lucid. This is not even lucidity though, because it comes to you. It's not something that you say, let me go to, until you become, you know, that aware of it. But you've been taken back to this house, and seeing, I'm hearing family now. Someone's guide is talking a mile a minute in my ear, telling me all these things. And I'm like, okay, hold on. We haven't even started talking about that yet. But there is an energy of like, yeah, your subconscious probably hunting you down. If you've been feeling anxious or you've been feeling a presence, like the universe is trying to communicate something to me or something's coming, yeah, you're picking up on this energy. But most of you have been like full-fledged dreaming about it. You're past like the hints and the angel numbers. It's like, no, I know what this is. And we have Pluto with transformation. So whatever that is, that opportunity, that step onto a different timeline, it is now here. So hopefully we'll get that too and see what it is. I mean, technically it'll be different for most people. But group 2, you're shocking people because you're going through a major transformation right now and you're surrendering to what you've been feeling and talking about. Pluto with transformation says renewal, instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, cycles, death, rebirth, intensity, taboos, and extremes. It says clearing on there as well. So there's an energy of you may be kicking people out of your life and not even feeling a way about it, to be honest, group 2. Like you may be really cleaning house right now and not going out of your way to make sure like everybody's good. You're making sure you're good. And also with that taboos and extremes, you may be leaning into things that are just totally different from anything you would ever usually do. Like say you used to always go to the club on the weekends. It's like now you're skateboarding on the weekends. So it's like, what the heck? People are like, you got them roller skates on, you're going to the park, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're hanging out with new people. Like it seems like a huge leap, like onto a different path. You're in different places. Wow, we have Uranus with revolution. So our 2 outer boys in our solar system both came up for you, and they're both planets of like generational change and planets that always affect the collective as a whole. So this is going to affect your friends. This is going to affect your family, your coworkers. It'll affect your coworkers because you may be moving to a new job. It'll affect your friends because it doesn't look like you're hanging out with them anymore. You're in a new life on a new timeline, but you may be living in the same city. I'm seeing for some of you. You haven't changed cities, but where you're going and where you are has changed. So, you know, like it's like your life is totally different. Uranus with revolution, it says breakthroughs, originality, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism. Damn, I can't even get the word right now. You know what I'm saying? Humanitarianism. Girl, they know that had too much syllables. I don't know why they made that word like that. But yeah, you're going through a lot of change. Evolution, it says the rupture, lightning. So you guys seem to be like really on the edge of glory. Like you seem to be, and it's like everyone can see it. Wow, we have Virgo, the alchemist here. And it says methodical, efficient, insightful, healthy, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, solitary, crucial, perfectionist. So there's an energy of you creating something and building something and you're not playing about it. Like, ooh, we got Chiron with healing at the bottom of the deck. Chiron is the wounded healer. So this could be like a relationship, a romantic relationship, or a new friend that you meet that's like a soulmate, you know, like someone who really gets you. And I saw a video the other day and I was like, that's so true. Somebody was talking about like, I feel like dating is exceptionally hard for me because I have a best friend that is like a soulmate for me, and the levels of like love and, you know, intimacy and friendship that I get from them, I just don't know that a romantic relationship could top that. So this could be, you know, a friend for you that's like a soulmate, and your old friends, your old best friend is definitely feeling a way, but I don't see you being very like soft about cutting people off. I see you moving on, and, you know, it's very cut and dry. So people are a little hurt by the way you're moving, group 2. Spirit, how are they shocking people? How are they coming across to people? Or if this is a relationship, say you used to always end up in this karmic cycle with your ex, it's like they're literally never going to hear from you again. And you may block them on everything, change your number, may even delete your social medias. Like, There's a little bit of an energy of you trying to tame yourself because you do come across very intense right now. We have emotional and shy. I don't feel like you guys are necessarily shy though. You may be keeping quiet, and I feel like if you are coming across as shy, it's because you're not interested in any and everybody. So you're not, always trying to make yourself presentable, for other people, or make yourself seem open, or it's coming from a space of not wanting to overwhelm people because your energy, Uranus, Pluto, these are very strong energies. Like in terms of zodiac signs, Uranus rules Aquarius, Pluto rules Scorpio. Like these are signs that kind of have like a name for themselves in the zodiac wheel. Like these are placements that are known for being more like really distinct. So with all this change in this 12th house energy you have right now, I feel like if you're coming across as shy, it's because for one, you're just not giving everyone access to your energy. Or for two, that you're kind of coming across a little bit as a mad scientist right now, and not everybody's going to get it because not everyone got the downloads that you got. And there's like a clear distinction, like a clear separation between you and the people you used to hang out with or be friends with, like in terms of consciousness. So people are kind of reading you as shy or not as talkative as you have been in the past. Emotional says, I can be real sensitive at times and react. Shy says, I find it hard to open up. I'd rather stay within my shell. So you may be in your own head and someone may have caught you talking to yourself, I'm seeing. Someone at work or, someone that you were, you're close to, you may be talking a lot more to yourself than you have in the past. But we have relaxed, stable, and wealth builder. So I feel like you're getting control over how you appear, getting control over your emotions, and it's just taking time. I just saw 1010 on the camera. Relaxed, it says, I keep it calm and serene. And then we have wealth builder and stable. So it seems like you're coming into some sort of stability, whether it's coming from a relationship, a friend with connections, a new job. You're coming across as more stable. So maybe you were shy and emotional, and then you've kind of transitioned into this relaxed energy, and then now you're in this stable and wealth builder energy. Maybe this is more of an evolution. Wealth builder says, I like building wealth. Stable says, I am level-headed and even-tempered. So you're coming across someone who's very wise, tapped into their own internal universe, healing, creating. A little secretive though. Secretive and surrendered to your subconscious mind or to your desires. It's like, I am who I am and I want what I want, and that's just where you're at. How are they shocking people, Spirit? Wow, 10 of Swords in reverse. So there's someone out there that feels like whatever you went through recently was supposed to end you. They really thought that you were going to quit, that you were going to give up. Maybe it was an eviction or something extreme, dramatic, like you losing a car or having some super embarrassing experience with someone, or losing your cool in front of someone, or losing a job, like something big, a big fight or a big embarrassment or a big inconvenience. And we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. It hasn't seemed to completely destroy you. And with the Magician in reverse, you may have been the kind of person who would immediately start to panic when things started to seem like they weren't going well. But you're surrendered. Like, again, it's like Magician in reverse. You're not taking action. You're not playing 52 pickup. You're not trying to do the most. You're not running to create a solution. You're just like, okay, things didn't work out. I'm going to just sit here. Magic conch shell. What do we do to get out of the kelp forest? Nothing. It's like that moment from SpongeBob. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So honestly, it's giving a little sad girl energy, not gonna lie. It's giving a little sad girl, sad boy energy. It's giving like Tumblr 2008. Um, There's an energy of you being sad, but still being okay. We have the High Priestess in reverse. You don't know all the answers, and honestly, things are not perfect in your life right now, but you're not allowing it to consume you. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's looking like there's a lot of things that, and this is so interesting. I was telling you guys a moment ago, I saw a 1010 on the clock, and then we have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, and they both came out in reverse. All of your cards have actually come out in reverse so far, and they're not all in reverse, but you know, you are getting a lot that are in reverse for your spread, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just find it to be very synchronistic and very real. Spirit keeps bringing me back to no, we don't need to add sparkle on top of this. They're surrendered right now. And yes, things are hitting the fan, and people are wondering like what breakthrough they've had that has caused them to have some stability and to cause them to be so focused on, you know, building wealth and seeing success, when really it's not that you've necessarily come through like hit a jackpot or, you know, come into a crazy amount of money. It's really more emotional control. You have control over your emotional being. And you're manifesting through your surrender. Your manifestation method is surrender. What's for me will simply find me. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like we had the Queen of Cups in reverse. It's like, I'm not doing the most to Queen of Pentacles put in effort. You may not necessarily be doing anything to make things better right now. You may be relaxing and focused on literally just trying to be as happy as you can, or trying to do what you can with each day. And we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So like I said, not every card that shows up in reverse is a bad thing. 10 of Swords in reverse, not a bad thing. Seven of Swords in reverse, definitely not a bad thing. Seven of Swords can be a card of self-sabotage, being very dodgy, shady, people doing shady things behind your back. So with this coming up in reverse, it's like High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, I don't know all the answers, but Seven of Swords in reverse, I'm also not being backstabbed. And my energy isn't an open door for a bunch of demons because I'm not hanging out with the same people, or I'm not in the same places, or the worst of it is over. So, you know, you're in that middle phase, and people can see you literally phoenixing. People can see you transforming. And with that Uranus energy, a lot of things are changing in your life very quickly, and you're surrendering to them. And people are really amazed by this. And it looked like in the beginning you were going to fumble, but this is turning out to be like the craziest. I feel like this is going to be the craziest comeback story of all time. We have the Knight of Wands. You keep getting things in pairs. 2 queens, 2 tens. Now we have 2 knights. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So this represents opportunities coming towards you. Opportunities for excitement, passion, adventure with the Knight of Wands. And opportunities, new opportunities for long-term stability, for wealth. So yeah, it is coming in. But people can't figure out what your manifestation method is, and that's because you don't have a method. You're manifesting like you are the alchemist. You're manifesting through yourself. So we have the Two of Swords. Like if you try to even explain it to people, it's like, for one, you may be in a position of not wanting to waste your breath if you know people aren't going to apply it. But for two, it's like, I don't know how to describe how I'm doing this either. Or this isn't coming from me. This is straight from spirit. This is straight, you know, good karma for the things that I've overcome and invested. Spirit, how are they shocking people? Nice. We have guidance, we have gambling, and we have divination. So 2 more cards talking about some sort of higher power or external force outside of you helping you. Divination says the information that you seek will be found in a reading. Seek and you shall find. Maybe it's in this reading. Spirit is saying, if you were looking for confirmation, is this my message? There is that extra confirmation. Or maybe it's time for you to get a personal reading so you can get details like specifically on what exactly is happening for you, so that you can get into the space of surrender where the abundance starts to come through because you're surrendering through your own vortex, through your own energy. Guidance says spiritual guidance comes to you. It says spiritual guidance comes to you, help guide you. Oh, there's a typo here. There's help. I think it's supposed to say there's help that's coming to guide you through current times. And then we have the gambling card. It says something may be too good to be true. Avoid getting rich quick schemes. So people may be coming into your life asking you if you want to do business with them, or trying to get you on board to what they have going on. They can see that you're really motivated. They can see that you're seeming to be going places, like far places, stepping into some sort of abundance. And they're like, you know what? You seem like someone who would be a really good worker, someone really good to have on my team. So be mindful of that. People trying to recruit you and get you involved in whatever they have going on just because they can see your hustle, not your value in the sense that, they're trying to do for you, but just like your hustle. Wow, we got the fame card. I love how it's coming at the very end of the reading. So it's like if you really stuck through and made it through all the way to this point and you have a dream in your heart, Spirit is saying your dedication has been acknowledged. You will be rewarded for it. Fame says you will achieve a level of fame and success. Many people will admire you. So if you've been wanting to build a platform or wanting to capitalize on some sort of talent that you have or step into the spotlight, that opportunity is coming in. And then we have good juju. It says someone is sending you positive energy. So it's giving me the energy of like that quote, your name is being spoken in rooms that you haven't even entered in yet. Like there are people who have a positive view of you, that keep up with you, your content. They know what you have going on. They're watching you as a person. They've seen you and they admire you, and it's someone with some sort of fame. So that may be how the opportunity comes in for you. Start putting that out there. You'd be surprised at who you attract or who will see your stuff, so that you can make those further connections. But I am seeing that there's some fame coming in, and also people who want to capitalize on your energy. So make sure you're practicing your spiritual protection. Make sure you're taking your time to get to know people, and you're not just letting any old body in just because they're new, because it's easy to say no to someone that you already have decided, okay, this person isn't good for me anymore. But it's harder to say no to a new person and they're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and they seem like a great person to be connected with. Take your time, take it slow. But yeah, that's what I got for you. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, you can find me there. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Yellowstone and the Star Tarot, this is your reading. We're going to see how you are shocking people right now. What are people saying about you, group 3? What is the word on the street of what you have going on, Spirit? This is for group 3 with the Yellowstone. How are they shocking people right now? How is group 3 shocking people? Nice. We have the 8th house that wanted to come out before, and I'm glad that it came out again. Ooh. Oh my God, you guys have a lot going on. Okay. I'm like, where do I even want to start? It seems like a little bit of everything, not gonna lie. It seems like a little bit of everything. Let's start with the Numinous. I never have the box of this deck by me, but I think it's called the Numinous. Yeah, I'm looking behind me and the deck is back there. That's the name of this deck. So this is a personal card, not like a transit necessarily. But it represents, the unknown and things that we can't predict. It says the unknown, the unknowable, psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truth, source, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, other worlds, enigmas, the occult, intuition. So you guys may be on some witchy stuff nowadays. You may be tapping into some witchy vibes, doing your own magic. practicing your own divination, kind of growing and evolving spiritually, trying to see like, okay, let's see, what is all this about? Or who am I really? What are my connections? What are my spiritual strengths? I feel like you have really been exploring that on a deep level. And you're coming across as a mystery. Now, there's an energy with you where it feels like I know something other people don't know. We have Mercury, the planet of communication. Mercury is the planet of the gods. It represents like higher knowledge, higher learning, connection to the divine and spirits, the spirit worlds, other dimensions. And it seems like you have that. So there's like this energy about you, group 3, where it seems like you know something that other people don't know. And it doesn't seem like you're running to, go share this knowledge or information that you have. It says information, learning, ideas, awareness, vision, perception, narrative, muse, wonder. You may be a muse, or you may have a muse. You may be serving yourself as a source of inspiration. You may be inspiring yourself. You may be literally doing some like body worship or goddess worship, God worship, whatever, on yourself though, like really kind of like gassing yourself up, positive affirmations. But it feels like a step further where you may have rituals or things that you don't compromise about. Like, I take myself out to eat every Friday. I have this, self-care thing, service that I go get once a month. Like, there's an energy on you not compromising about that, not compromising about like your relationship with yourself and your ritual. Now, this is interesting. We have the 8th house of intimacy, and then we have Scorpio. The 8th house of intimacy says investments, intensity, contracts, erotic, secrets, obsessions, kundalini energy, the underworld. So it seems like you're getting into some sort of dark, I want to say like it's giving dark feminine, dark masculine, dark magic, anything dark and mysterious. It seems like you're dabbling on the dark side, whatever that means for you. This could also be indicative of like a villain era. Perhaps you're in a villain era, or you've always been known as soft and sweet or innocent, and you're showing up in a whole new way. Think about like, oh my God, Spirit is showing me Wrecking Ball. Don't do Miley like that. I love Miley. But yeah, there was definitely, now I'm hearing, I'm in the club with some shades on. If you know, you know. Listen, that was my, okay. Jade on my feet. So get like me. I'm sorry. I'm reminiscing. I can't help it. I love reminiscing. Anyways. But then we have Scorpio, who also loves to reminisce. We love that. Scorpio, the powerhouse with transformation, passionate, secretive, obsessive. Another card talking about this like obsessive energy. So you may be really obsessive right now. I feel like that's the 3rd card that talked about it. I know these 2 do. But yeah, there's that energy that keeps coming up. It says deep, eternal, primal, lusty, destructive, compulsive. So you may seem like really compulsive with what you do. You may shave your head, or you may cut your hair, unexpectedly change your hair. You may start dressing in a way that you've never dressed. Like if you come from a super conservative family, you may be bearing it all, or vice versa. If you have always been like a party girl or someone who's just kind of, bears it all and shows everyone, like you may be more modest. You may be even getting into like a religion that keeps you like, kind of more under wraps, and not in these spaces where, there's a lot of people that have different opinions and run wild. We have Capricorn, the boss. So you seem really in control. You seem in control of yourself, control of your energy, but you know what you want. And when you see something that you want, people are saying like, you're impulsive, you go get it. You're fearless, you're bold, you're not showing any fear. And that is really shocking people. From managers, like they would call you into their office before and you would immediately start, oversharing or fidgeting, getting nervous. And it's like, you could go in and get written up and literally not react. You will sign and keep it pushing. And it's deep down too. It's not just a facade. Like if I have to go look for another job, I'll literally just do that. And that's a better way to do it anyways. When it comes to like dollar per dollar, trying to make the most money you can in your career, you want to jump from company to company because they're always going to pay you a few dollars more than your previous position. And that's how you're going to really, you know, work up the ranks. And I mean like a few dollars more per hour. So per year, like an extra 10K, 20K per job. They want to give you a raise for like 30 cents nowadays. What the hell? What is wrong with the job force? That's a whole other conversation. Spirit, let me pull from another deck. How are they shocking people? Group 3, how are they coming across? Right away. How are they shocking people? There's also an energy here of you getting back to your roots. And also people are receiving you as really down to earth nowadays. We have familiarity and loyal. So you may have come across as really detached in the past, or you may have come across as shy, afraid to speak up for yourself, afraid to fight for your beliefs. But with familiarity and loyal, it's like people feel a sense of safety and warmth with you. They feel like you're being real. You're showing up more authentic, and that's shocking people. I feel like you guys may have struggled with imposter syndrome or struggle with trying to please everyone in the past. Familiarity says we know each other already. Loyal says I'm as loyal as they come. So you're showing up as confident, loyal, a true partner, and you may have been a bit cutthroat before, or you may have been moving from a space of like self-preservation or self-protection. So yeah, you did come across a little okay, but now it's like you're coming across much more warm, sure of yourself, and authentic. We have polite and strong. I feel like something happened. I feel like something happened in the workplace, and people really thought that you were going to be like basically begging to be there, or acting like you don't believe in yourself, or trying to please them forever. And if this was a new job or a new opportunity at some point, it's like, yeah, in the beginning you may have been someone who tried to please everyone, but as soon as you saw that, you know, people would just try to, you know, run you dry if you did that, you've gone through this change, and it's like, I'm not that person anymore. Polite. I'm always courteous and respectful. So you're kind of killing them with kindness, and people are surprised that you're being nice to them after everything that has gone down or everything that has happened. Like I said, for some of you, it's something specific, like a specific moment where there was an energetic shift. And people are genuinely surprised that you've bounced back from it. Like from their perspective, to be honest, they probably wouldn't forgive you for what they did. If, you know, the roles were reversed. We have strong. I stand for myself and protects the ones that I love. So again, you're coming across as like, it's giving Leo loyal energy, like the lion kind of archetype energy of loyal, strong, familiarity, like always running with a pack. You may be seeing a lion as your totem animal. We have 3 very distinct descriptions of that lion energy. Familiarity, loyal, strong. The only one that doesn't exactly match is polite. And I don't know how lions are interpersonally, but I don't know them to be polite. Spirit, anything else from this deck? How are they shocking people? Stable. Nice. This has come out for all 3 piles so far. So you're coming across as stepping into some stability. We may be going through another kind of collective level up at this time where there's a lot of opportunities to kind of quantum leap. And it seems like you are a part of the lucky group that put in the work, took the initiative, and you're getting the like financial abundance and stability that comes from that. So congrats to you. Hardworking says, all I know is putting in work. And stable says, I am level-headed and even-tempered. So you are coming across as much more in control of your emotions, even-tempered, level-headed. People are kind of confused by that as well, with that 8th house of intimacy and that sexy Scorpio energy and the numinous with the mystery. People are confused by how you still have so much stability, even though you may have like an alter ego. Like say you're a paralegal, but on the weekends you can be seen on top of a couch twerking it in a splits. You know, this is like an energy of you have some sort of alter ego or some sort of other side to you, and you're coming across as very enigmatic and people cannot figure it out. Dude, this card is from a totally different deck. Like, what the heck? Uranus just came out. Let's see. Spirit, how are they shocking people? Wow, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords. So there's an energy like when it comes to your dating life, you really don't think anyone deserves you. And like I said, I really feel like you guys went from this like space of not being confident or not showing up in a way where it's like you're being bold and communicating what you really want and standing up for yourself. And now you're in this like total femme fatale energy, or whatever the equivalent would be on the other end, like a Don Juan energy. Like, you're like smooth, you're charming, people are very attracted to you. Queen of Swords, you're about your business. Like, you will not tolerate disrespect. We have the Knight of Wands. More of that lion archetype. I'm literally just seeing this for the first time on this card. There is a lion head on his shirt on the Knight of Wands. So more of that kind of Leo lion archetype. You're really in that lion energy. Look up lion as a totem animal and see what it means and what messages it carries, because that is totally your energy right now. But Knight of Wands is a very dedicated and sure and passionate, excited, life force type energy where it's like you've tapped into something that you can never get tired of. It's like your favorite show, you know, your comfort show. You watch it every year, like Gilmore Girls in the fall. Like, it never misses every time. I'm watching Gilmore Girls. And my mom used to have them all on DVD as a kid when I was younger. So I've always watched it. It's like that. Like, you have found something that you never get tired of and that motivates you, that makes you feel a sense of comfort and belonging. I feel like you found your tribe, group 3, and you're shocking people because you no longer care about your old job. You no longer care about old social standards that you used to adhere to. And that's why it's a shock, because it's like you used to adhere to it. You could have been the leader of something and now you're totally opposite of it. Listen, normalize changing your mind after you grow, evolve, after you gain more information. Normalize just being able to be human and to experience a little bit of everything, and not to, you know, force yourself to commit to like one version of yourself for your entire life, because there's nothing to feel bad about in this position. But people are shocked. They kind of feel like you were supposed to stay the same forever and you haven't. And to be honest, people around you may not even be the same, but yet they're holding you to a standard that they don't even hold themselves. Wow, we got the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Interesting. Now, what I find even more interesting, though, is we have the Emperor in reverse. You may have sacral related trauma, physical intimacy related trauma. We have the Suit of Wands and the Suit of Air. That's not here. I find it interesting that you're attracting a King of Cups and a King of Pentacles instead of an Emperor, almost like that's not a good fit for you. So if you have intimacy or physical related trauma, or you've never connected with someone in a genuine, authentic way during physical intimacy, if it's always been like performative, where it's like you're having an out-of-body experience because you're worried about their experience, or you haven't really connected to your sacral, or you're healing your relationship with your womb or your sacral, that could be a part of the reason why Spirit is kind of guiding you towards a King of Cups or a King of Pentacles. Or that could be just what's coming in for now, and maybe you'll attract a Emperor down the line if that's something that you want. But regardless, there's a new beginning coming here. And we have a King of Cups on the way. Someone who's very loving, someone who's very loyal, someone who's understanding, empathic, romantic. And then on the other end, we have the King of Pentacles, someone who's hardworking, someone who's dedicated, someone who is also loyal, someone who is determined, someone who's a provider, and about stability and structure. So you'll kind of be able to take your pick, but either way, we have the Fool card here, so there is a new beginning nonetheless. And then we have the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Cups in reverse. You may be seeing 909, 999, 919. You may be in a 9 year numerologically. But Nine of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Swords. Spirit, can you clarify this? Why are they feeling this way? It seems like you're feeling a little upset and kind of deflated with that Nine of Cups in reverse. Like feeling like it wasn't supposed to be this way. It kind of gives me the vibe of like, because I had this experience personally. I was definitely more of a chubbier kid. And then like, well, the real tea is junior year, I got my tonsils out. So I lost 15 pounds because I couldn't eat anything. And then after that, I had, you know, pretty much kept off the weight because it just took that short, like 2-week period of time of 1 week really not eating anything. And then 2 weeks eating very little, 3 weeks still eating very little. Takes 21 days, okay, to break a habit or to make a habit, okay? So that's all it took for me. And then I stopped, you know, with the overconsumption and things like that. And I was snatchy on it. And it's just giving me that kind of vibe that a lot of people with that experience have, where it's like hard for you to even feel like the attention you're getting is positive because you know that this person wasn't interested when you were at wherever you were before, or you know this person wouldn't be interested if they had met you at that point. So I'm seeing you kind of just feeling like a bit deflated. It's a happy new beginning, but you don't feel happy about it, oddly. Spirit, why are they feeling this way? I'm hearing the Judgment. It's the judgment of family, I really do feel, or your community. We have the Queen of Wands. That could be a mother, or it's almost giving like First Lady energy, someone like a mentor that you look up to. But maybe this is a mentor that has like a religious background, so they're only, you know, interested in really being a mentor towards you if you're, you know, trying to get closer to like their, you know, religion. So that just kind of sucks. You know, a lot of people have that church hurt. This could be someone who's given you some sort of church hurt. But we have the Ten of Pentacles, 10-10 energy. We had the Ten of Cups before, and now we have the Ten of Pentacles showing up. But the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles is definitely family energy, and or someone who's been in your life for a long time, someone who you look up to, someone who you have like a mother, father, aunt, uncle type of vibe with, like an older person in your life that is supposed to kind of watch out for you, that kind of vibe. So that's why you're feeling a little bit deflated. But we have the Ten of Pentacles. Spirit is saying those past experiences will be replaced with new experiences, and it'll make it easier for you day by day to accept your new life without feeling like any guilt or hurt. We have Odin with psychic insight, and then we have Mahavatar Babahi with soul expansion. Psychic insight says your third eye is open. See the truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So you are receiving divine downloads, divine inspiration and information right now. Spirit is really showing you. I was thinking about posting a truth spell on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll do that. But it feels like you guys have already done some sort of truth spell work, even though I don't feel like you have. It feels like you have by the way things are coming to light, like either through dreams, intuition. Trust it. It's spot on. I'm telling you, trust it. And if you really need to, reach out to someone for a reading to get that extra confirmation, but your intuition is spot on. Your third eye is open. You're seeing things and it's real. So trust what you're seeing. And then soul expansion, it says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. So your consciousness is also receiving some sort of divine upgrade, and you're being able to perceive more. And it's just like your energy is expanding out and your power is growing, and people can really see that. That's what I got for you, Group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the purple stone, this is your reading. How are you shocking people, group 4? I'm going to get to the bottom of that and see what's really good with you. Spirit, this is for group 4. Group 4 with the purple stone. How are they shocking people right now? Right away, we have the Sun card. The Sun card with being. You are shocking people simply by being who you are. I get this energy of you're just getting started. It's like you're really getting into your mood, getting into your own energy, and it could be totally low key. Like you could be on some Aaliyah, type of mood where you're low key or more boyish, like, if you had been more of a traditional feminine in the past. This is an energy of you having your own flair, you having your own flavor, you being you, and that alone is shocking people. The Sun with essence. It's your essence, your energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, distinction, individuality, expression, something about who you are and how you're expressing yourself, how you're showing up alone is shocking people. People are shocked that you're showing up this way. It does not seem like you. You're showing up in a way that's different than you've been in the past. We have the 5th house. The 5th house is the house of passion. It says entertainment, creativity. Another card talking about creativity. Play, love affairs, joy, pleasure, parties, children, romance, disco ball. So the 5th house is, the house of, like, they call it the house of desire as well. Like how you desire to live your life, the things that you're naturally attracted to, drawn to, the things that you desire and want for yourself, what stimulates you, what makes you feel good. You seem to be genuinely happy. You seem to have found a groove. You found your own groove, your own motion, your own everything. Interesting. We have a Queen Kunks that have came out for you. Queen Kunks is like a transit. It's basically when 2 or more planets don't understand each other. So it's like you have a conjunction where they're working together, or you have a square where they're all fighting for power, or a trine where it's a helpful aspect, but they're trining each other. It's an angle. They're working with each other more intently. And then you have a Queen Kunks, which is essentially when 2 planets don't understand each other. So you're in a very enigmatic energy. There's light and dark living parallel in your life and in your being, and it shows. So one day you may have like a total ooh, totally cute, look to you. The next day you may be showing up edgy, sleek, like intimidating. And this could also be like how you show up in conversation. Like one day you're extroverted and you're the life of the party, and the other day, the next time people see you, you're laid back, chill, and you're more observant, and people are like, what's up with you? I thought I would get to talk to them tonight. Like their energy is always different. Your energy is always different, and it makes people kind of feel like, ooh, I have to be very present in the moment and drop down in my body to deal with group 4, because they aren't always consistent. They're not always showing up in the same way or the same energy. So I can't always slide in on the same tip. It may have worked one day, but it's not going to work this day. So we have the Queen Kunks with complexity. It says irritates, puzzles, mystifies, complicates, contradicts, clashes, requires transition, makes curious, and transforms. So, it also says educates on there. I love that. That's a very interesting way to look at a Queen Kunks. But you're coming across in a way where it's like, let me show these how it's done. Like... We have the 12th house with surrender. How are they shocking people? And the 8th house with intimacy. So you may have found a new boo. You may be getting serious with someone. And you may be getting more comfortable with your own intimacy. You may be treating yourself a whole lot better, and that's reflecting in your relationships and how people see you, because you may have been more focused on other people in the past, and now it's like you're really watching out for yourself. The 8th house with intimacy says investments, intensity, contracts, erotic capital, secrets, mysteries, inheritance, kundalini energy. What's that, stalking on there? The underworld. So you may be coming across as a bit mysterious. People can't really figure you out. It may seem like you're really nice, but also there's a bite to you or this whole other side to you. And then we have the 12th house with surrender here. It says the subconscious mind, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, spiritual development, guilt, Akashic records. So there's an energy of you working through your stuff. It's giving work hard, play hard. Like you seem to be very dedicated when it comes to your personal growth and transformation, but also really dedicated to being yourself, expressing yourself, and having fun and enjoying yourself, not holding back as much. How are people seeing them, Spirit? How are they shocking people? How do they appear to people? How are they showing up at this time? We have the free thinker. We have open-minded. One thing I can say is you are being connected with a lot of people who are finding you as a safe space, a lot of people who really trust you. There's this whole other parallel timeline that you may be seeing as like these are one-off, unconnected events, but they're really not. There are different people you're having these short experiences with where you're like telling them exactly what they needed to hear that day. So you may be out at a bar, hanging out with your friends. In the bathroom, you have a 5-minute ministry. You get somebody together. They walked out a changed man, a changed woman. Okay, you just changed their life. You just motivated them. You just let them know who they really are, made them feel good. Or this could be like something small where it's like you really look out for someone and help someone. Just the other day, I was at Sam's Club and I forgot my Sam's card. And I was like, oh my God, I was starting to get anxiety. I was feeling really bad. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to talk to someone. I got out of my car and I went to the guy who was next to me. I was like, hey, I literally left my Sam's card at home. Would you mind scanning yours? Because I was at the gas thing. He was like, sorry, I can't help you. Oh my God, that hurt so bad. I swear to God. But the next person I turned to was like, yeah, I think I've done that before. No problem. Just wait for me over there at your pump. And as soon as I'm done pumping gas, I'll come swipe my card for you and I'll help you out. I ended up crying after that. Maybe it's because I'm a Cancer. Maybe it was because just the range of emotions. I never really felt that way. And I had a whole other like epiphany and perspective on people just in general, because I was imagining like, what if I was like in a position where I had to like wait at the gas station, even though I don't have a membership for someone, and try to like finagle 10 cents, extra 10 cents off. Like, what if I was in that position? And it just, I don't know, it made me feel a way because I was thinking about actually being in that position and, you know, had to have that first person deny me. Like, it made me feel a way, not gonna lie. But I say all that to say, you may be that light. I'm telling you, that guy, freak. I thought I was over it, but I'm not over it. Literally, his voice was so calming. He didn't make me feel like a POS. He didn't make me feel like trash. He was literally just like, no, I think that's happened to me before. No problem. And he just like swiped his card, and yeah, it could have been a scam or it could have been something weird, but it wasn't. And just that moment, like, I can't even describe through words why that touched me so deeply. But I felt understood in that moment. I'm literally about to tear up right now talking about it, but I'm telling you, group 4, you don't know the impact you have on people with just the smallest thing. It was less than a minute that we interacted, but it was so impactful to me. I cried about it then and I'm about to cry about it now. Never doubt your impact, group 4, because you are impacting people deeply and they won't even be able to explain why. But that short interaction that they had with you is going to positively impact them for years. They're going to think back at it and be grateful that you were just there for them and held space for them. Even if it was just you holding a door open for someone, even if it was just a positive glance, like anything. I feel like the universe is really channeling through you. So anyways, we have open-minded. It says, I have an unlimited way of viewing things, and we have free thinker. I make my own opinions. So you're being yourself. You're being yourself, and you're being open, and you're making a huge impact. We have shy that came out as well. It says, I find it hard to open up. I'd rather stay within my shell. So with all this like complexity and being in your 8th house, 12th house with surrender, you have a lot of things in your energy like can't be communicated. Like even that example I was just telling you, I literally can't put into words why that touched me so deeply, but it did. And a lot of things you're experiencing right now on a personal level, you probably couldn't even explain to someone if you wanted to. Or you would seem crazy trying to explain like what you're going through or how you feel. I feel like you're having a heart chakra awakening. I feel like your heart is about to burst. Like you have so much love to give. You're so ready. We have shy and patient. Patient says, I don't mind waiting for what I want. So you're coming across like cool, calm, and collected. You're coming across as more reserved. There's a strong, mysterious energy here as well. I'm really trying to figure out what that 8th house, 12th house energy looks like, especially amplified by the 5th house and the sun. I had been looking over the 5th house here the entire time. I've been looking at the 8th house of intimacy, but the 5th house is also about physical intimacy. Oh my God. We have the 5th house, the 8th house, and then surrender amplified by the sun. So this, you feel it deep down in your spirit, these changes, but it's a quincunx. There's like deep complexity about you. So if you find it hard to explain yourself, don't try to force yourself to. You're shocking people with your kindness. You're shocking people with your presence. You're shocking people with how deep you've gone into yourself. It's like you've reached a level of depth that not a lot of people even know about. And it's probably not even something that you feel like you can share. Like as you climb the ladders, you get more and more preservative of what you know, because you know in the wrong hands, it's either not going to get used correctly or it's going to get used for the wrong reasons. So it's like you have these super deep insights, but you're not even really able to completely share it with anyone because it's like, you know that someone's just going to apply that to some BS. You know, they're going to apply these deep insights to, oh, how to get power in this world, or something that's going to keep them back on a loop, you know, keep them still in a space of like chasing money or chasing love or whatever. So I feel like you're coming across more mysterious because you can't exactly explain what you're going through. So you're not you're not wasting your time trying to. But we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. So you're illuminated. You're not in the dark. You know what's going on. But we have the 2 of Swords and the Page of Swords. So the 2 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So there's this element of like duality with you. 2 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. You may be seeing 202, 212, 222 as an angel number. But we have the Page of Swords, so it's like you're doing what you can with the moment that you have, and there's no like anchoring direction in your life, and people are really like shocked by that and thrown by that. You may be someone that's really about your financial stability. I'm hearing Virgo. You may have Virgo like in your Mars. You may have Virgo in your house, like your 2nd house. Something to do with your career or your stability. So usually you're more of a perfectionist, you know, you're someone who's really about your money, your wealth, your stability. I'm seeing Capricorn as well. You really enjoy your comfort, but it seems like you're really like, you know what, considering maybe I'll travel the world for the rest of the year, or maybe I'll like, you're in this place of making major changes, and it's just so unlike you. I'm also hearing hard to read. People are finding you to be really hard to read. We have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So you have accepted your journey and who you are. You're no longer trying to be someone else. You're no longer trying to go after someone else's dream, your family's dream, society's dream, whatever, you know, the company you work for, a dream would be for you, probably working you till there's nothing left and then disposing, to be real. You know, you're no longer working for anyone else's dream. You're in service of yourself. King of Wands in reverse, there is no one above you, and you know that, and you feel that, and you finally believe that deep down in your spirit. You're like, we are all on the same playing field. I love that. So you're showing yourself a lot of self-love, going further and just deeper and deeper into your subconscious, deeper and deeper into who you are. And you're not really able to share it, which kind of, you know, blows. But I do feel like Spirit is going to connect you with your soul tribe, so that won't be a problem. It's just about waiting until the right connections come in so that you can safely share things without being something that would in the long term hurt them or keep them stuck. We have the Knight of Pentacles. That's giving me an energy of a lucky break or a long time coming, like an opportunity for wealth, abundance, an opportunity for a level up. Five of Wands. You may be doing chaos magic right now. You may be working in more of a shadowy kind of way. I don't want to say femme fatale because your energy doesn't seem to be like directed towards romance, even though we have 5th house, 8th house here. It's like you're more just in this energy of the chaos of this existence. I don't know, the chaos of the universe. It feels like, you know, that 5th element, like, you know, whether that's spirit, God, black matter, whatever you believe in, that external element is, it's like you're locked into that. We got the World card here, the last card of the major arcana in the tarot deck. You're having your full circle world moment where things are making sense. And things are coming to fruition and you're coming into truth and happiness. But like I said, we have the, oh nice, we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. More of a sign that wealth is coming in. But we have the 5 of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse. So again, it's like, you can't explain this stuff. Like, it's like surrender. And I was getting that a little bit. Who was I getting that for? I can't remember if that was for group 2 or 3, but there was this energy I was getting with another pile where it's like surrender is your manifestation method. I'm feeling that for you as well right now. And you can't even explain necessarily what you're going towards or what you're doing, but you're, you know, going higher and people can see it. Spirit, how are they shocking people? We have the Love Gain card that came out. It says a love connection is starting and strengthening, which doesn't surprise me with all the romantic potential we have. So be on the lookout for someone new in terms of love. And then we have Scissors. It says you will have a sudden end to a situation, just deciding to end something or cut someone out. So there's definitely an energy of you being in control. You are in full control of yourself, of your experience. You're cutting people off if necessary, cutting out vices and things that aren't serving you. Trusting your intuition. I'm also hearing trying to get better sleep. You may be taking melatonin, or you may stop like smoking before bed, doing certain things that would keep you up. Intuition says the vibes that you're feeling may not seem logical, but you are on point. Trust your inner guidance. And that's been like a consistent message throughout your reading where it's like some of this can be explained, some of it doesn't make sense. It's really one of those like, you got to feel it deep down, you know, to get it, or those that get it, get it. You're shocking people because you've transformed. Nice. We have the Spotlight card. It says all eyes are on you or another person. You are receiving attention. It does say wanted or unwanted, so be mindful of that. Your account may be going viral. Your social medias may be randomly just kind of getting a whole lot of activity even after you've been making content for a while, and it's like now all of a sudden things are just going viral. And then we have recovery. It says you will bounce back from money-related issues. So maybe people thought that you were going to fall. Maybe people thought that your last financial blunder was going to be the end for you. but it very much so isn't. I just want to say again, group 4, you don't even know how much impact you have on people, but the smallest thing, you know, God can channel through anything. God, spirit, the divine, the universe. You are like a divine channeler. And the universe is speaking through you and moving through you, and you're impacting people in ways that you don't even know. And you're going to be impacting and reaching much more people in the future. So get ready for that. And that is what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.